Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Dolphins going up against the Browns. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And that one was relatively easy. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Wentz on third down. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Browns are going to have a first down.
Love the run right there. And when you analyzed him coming out of college, when you tried to put a grade on him, you saw the flashes while he was in school, but you didn't see the full production. You didn't see the finished product. He's a little bit raw, but you can see why people liked him. Those types of runs make you think there's plenty more there, and we'll see if that continues for him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, is intended receiver. And now it's third down. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third down.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Let's go!
They go play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up second down.
Partner, it's hard to complete that type of pass anyway, let alone having someone right there with you defending on the play. Another reason it was unsuccessful.
Yeah, impressive that he just caught it but couldn't get inbounds. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Back 99, Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Here we go now. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
All right, here we go. Blue,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
This is where it gets fun because this is a big decision coming up. Listen to the crowd. You can tell they've already made their decision. You know they want them to go for it. But the big decision does rest with the head coach. What will he decide to do?
So that scores now in their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Now, check. Patriot.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Detroit!
They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Completed pass on second down. Now it's third down as the defense looks for the stop.
Here we go. Green 39.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Wentz will try again on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Now Wentz. Over the middle, it's complete. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
In the red zone this time. A handoff as they run the counter play. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And on 2nd and 10 now. On second down, here's Wentz. And from the the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cuts it out to the sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
No, check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Back 99, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He hits Baldwin right side. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Ertz over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got size, the hands.
Speed. Can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And finding Pruitt. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right?
And this is caught. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll stick with the passing, and this is caught. Touchdown. Cleveland. Jamison Crowder as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass and want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they're going to speed things up here.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
And Owen caught it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Crowder's got it over the middle. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Browns a first down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Five yards to gain here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Ertz has it left side. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not.
And it's a fumble. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they're going to hold serve. The defense stops them. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They come up in an offset eye. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. Turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
Fresh set of downs here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to roam now. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he... He's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can...
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And it's 1st and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
3rd and goal now. Maybe the offensive coordinator thinking blitz here. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Matt Darr now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Fielded at the 43. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing on first is Wentz. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Kevin Dodd in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And there was a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Another pistol look here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
No, check. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
Hey. Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So he's not perfect after all. He made his first 4, but now his first miss.
Well, you shouldn't have to put your kicker in a spot where he has to even try 5 field goals. He's bailed him out time and time again, but sooner or later, you just had to know his luck was going to run out.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Here we go now. 3, 19. Check 13. Check 13. Dash. Go now. Over.
One final try now for Wentz. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this in.